Welcome everybody to this week's Mystreme update. We have a really awesome update for you guys today because there's been a lot of progress that has happened this week at Mystreme, and something that investors who have been waiting in the wings to see if we're going to make progress are going to be excited about. So the first thing we want to mention is that we've been talking about an acquisition for a while with some patented technology that will get Mystreme moving forward, and we have officially acquired that technology, and it actually came through our business partner, Dan. So Dan, I want to let you talk about what it is that we acquired and what will it do for Mystreme.
So as a father, I would watch movies with my 5-year-old and 15, 18-year-old at the same time. And of course, when you go to find a movie that the 5-year-old can watch and the 18-year-old wants to watch, you end up in a problem. So you end up watching these movies that have moments you just wish you didn't have. If you could only take that one nude scene out of the Titanic, if you could only take that one arm chopped off from Jurassic Park, it would have been great for the whole family. So we started looking at this as a technology firm that I was working with, and we created an interface, innovation, and a patent around the idea you can edit a film by sex, language, violence, nudity, and a myriad of other things. That has been patented. It's been invented and tested through a technology that we launched called FanFlix. And that was launched several years ago, and it is now in testing. It's really at that level where it's ready to go live. And we've been looking for the home for it. And this is where we decided we wanted to trust a certain family that we believe in, and it's the OneDoor team here, the Mystreme product being the product that we want to give it to, want to invest it in. And so this is why I'm here today. This is why I joined the team as the CMO, and super excited about it.
It's amazing because when we first started talking with Dan, we had no idea that he had been developing technology around what Mystreme was talking about actually for years. And so to Dan to say, actually, I have the patent on that. And it's now in OneDoor Studios, or in Mystreme. It's in our company's possession now. We have acquired that patent and acquired the technology, so we are definitely moving forward. Now, I have to mention something on that note, because recently we sent out an email because we had a little bit of a structural change in Mystreme, which forced WeFunder to send out an email that said, please reconfirm your investment because there's a structural change. So not everybody saw that email, and a lot of people were confused by the email. So real quick, go and look through your emails from WeFunder, and it's an email that says, please reconfirm your investment, because about $90,000 worth of people have not reconfirmed their investment. And there's no better time to go in and click that button, yes, reconfirm my investment, because this technology and Mystreme is actually moving forward with patents and acquired companies now. And we actually have another company that we're actually looking at acquiring. We're in the final stages of negotiation, which will also bring in some other technology that will move Mystreme forward. Because as John says, and I'll maybe let him describe this a little more, is we don't really, there's no new technology needed for Mystreme. There's a whole bunch of technologies out there already that need to be combined together and acquired to make Mystreme happen. So, mention that a little bit, John. What are some of those technologies?
Well, it was one of the exciting aspects of Mystreme, which was everything is either off the shelf or licensable, or companies are doing it and can be acquired. And so we still have development work that ties things together, but we're not actually creating any new technology. So we're on the hunt, and week to week, we'll update you on what we're acquiring, what we closed on. And it was pretty exciting to be able to close on 2 pieces this week, a platform and the boundaries portion of things that are just really, really powerful.
Yeah.
and more, as Stephen said, next week, we'll update as well.
Yeah. So, and on another note, we were in Houston, Texas this week for an event called One Day Houston. It's an event where thousands of people get together to actually serve the community. And then at the end of it, there's a huge concert where about 18,000 people are in attendance. It was Tim McGraw was the featured artist, Carrie Job, if you know who she is. And we actually were the premier sponsors of the event, and our video for Mystreme and Calculated was played on the big screen in front of 18,000 fans. Yeah, we were there on the show. So I'm just showing you guys some of the clips of that this weekend, and it was an amazing event where we got to meet some really important people in this space. And John is raising his hand. Go for it. Are you the really important person, John?
No, and it wasn't me. It was Dan Cobb. I was going to mention Nova McBee was there.
Oh yeah.
In kind
Yes.
of a miraculous way. She was doing book signings throughout Texas, and she had booked herself into Houston. And when we said, Nova, would you be available on the 29th to sign a bunch of books and posters and stuff? And she said, what? I'm going to be there. And I thought, oh, I had nothing to do. This is great.
Shout out to Ryan Knight too, because Ryan Knight, who's in our family of investors, he showed up to meet Nova McBee at one of her book signings in Houston. Turned out he lived only 20 minutes away. So, man, Ryan, I wish I could have met you there too, but we didn't know about it until after the fact that you lived there. Well, actually, we should have known that actually.
It was a huge give back, and was there to be involved in something like that was really stupendous. And
yeah,
so hats off to Daniel.
It was a way to launch the WeGo.one brand. You know, you're in an environment where people were gathering together from different backgrounds, different faiths to give back to a community. And here our movement is about the people coming together, and it's a WeGo.one crowdfund and crowd created product, which that's the next thing we're going to talk a lot about pretty soon, is new artificial intelligence being used in a Discord community for crowd creation.
Yep.
So the WeGo.one now is becoming a movement. We are in the right place, sponsoring the right types of things. I think that really stands for our brand.
So if you're wondering, what is WeGo.one? Because my wife asked me, I don't understand, what is WeGo.one? You guys are OneDoor Studios and you have Mystreme. Well, there's kind of an overarching blanketing marketing group or brand. WeGo.one is very easy to remember. It's only 7 letters. It's less than Gmail. I mean, actually, who wouldn't like the email? My name at WeGo.one. It's kind of like a brand new. I want one. So, because OneDoor Studios is generally content, and Mystreme is going to be generally distribution. But the overarching company over all that is WeGo.one, where it's everybody coming together as fans in unity, as investors, as collaborators. You mentioned artificial intelligence. We've engaged a lot of AI artists to create some of the content for both of these companies. It is just so cool. In fact, CBS did an article on us last night, right, Dan?
Yep, came out today. CBS Money Watch.
Do we have Dan? Send me a link to that so we can share it with our investors too. I'd love to see it and love to send it to them too.
Absolutely.
So it's been a really amazing week of progress here at Mystreme, OneDoor Studios, overarching WeGo.one. John, anything else you wanted to, I mean, it's a lot of powerful stuff. I don't want to overwhelm our investors, but anything else you wanted to?
Can I emphasize the importance of a patent? When you're a sophisticated investor, one of the first things you're looking at is not that what idea do you have, but what do you have that actually is evidence of value? And a patent is a protective device that says, this is what we can do, and no one else is allowed to do it for a period of time without breaking a law. And so this gives us the ability to sort our library and present content in a way where it's unique to the user based on their values. There's no other technology on the planet with the rights to do that based on our model that we're presenting to you. So when we say this is what we'd like to do and the studios want to do it, well, they could do it. They could break the law to do it. And when they do, there becomes a court case opportunity, which we're not litigious, but it makes people very, very nauseous to kind of go after a situation like that.
If you ever watched the show Shark Tank, the first question a lot of people ask is, do you have a patent on this? And oftentimes it's no. And so the fact in this matter is yes, we do have a patent on this. And Dan, I mean, your company that built this spent several $1 million developing this technology. So we've just acquired that.
Not cheap to get a patent. It's not cheap to do the technology to test it out to make sure it works. And so we have a working model, and that working model is also part of our ownership. Now we have the ability to look at aggregation and how aggregation works in the filtering, and then the ability to present the content customized. Artificial intelligence is the next layer of that, and that's being applied to our patent, and we're looking for that. It's a patent pending opportunity for us to actually expand into the artificial intelligence as a leader in the market with that.
There you go. That's powerful stuff for this week.
It's a big deal, but an operating model is even a bigger deal in its own area. But the two of them together is the hot ticket, and that's where we are.
Yep. We actually have both. We actually have an operating model. I've seen it. Dan presented it, and it needs a little bit of additions to it to make it an alpha, but it's well on the way. So, well, I'm excited, guys, and I think our investors should also be excited. So just make sure you guys, those who have invested in Mystreme, who have not confirmed that, look for that email from Mystreme. It came last week, about a week ago, 6 days ago, I think.
Yeah, it's really, really simple.
Very simple.
You have to go to the bottom of the page, but it has a button. All you have to do is push it. There's nothing else you
Yep.
do.
Don't lose your spot in Mystreme, especially now that we've acquired technology. So,
Yeah.
guys, that's it for this week, I believe. John, am I right? Are we good to go for?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Thanks so much, guys, for joining us this week. Dan, thanks so much for everything you bring to the table. You too, John.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, wait a minute. Where's Jason?
Yeah, no, he hit. He'll
Anyway,
be back with us next time. He just
will.
had some errands
He's
he
got
had
a
to run
kid in
today.
concert. A kid in concert couldn't make the update, but
Yeah.
he'll be back with us next week. So,
All right, blessings to y'all. Hasta.
Right.
Bye.